Hello! Today we'll start playing Solasta, Crowd of the Magister. This is a game that has the license, one of the few games that has the D&D license of the 5th edition. It's a French-made game, which is pretty cool. And I thought it would be a pretty good game to have, just try a playthrough of it. So I've actually already played a little bit of it. I've basically, to some extent, played the tutorial. But we'll start a new game now. And yeah, so let's go. So the game, like I said, it is based on D&D, meaning that it has pretty much all the D&D mechanics in it. It's to some extent quite similar to Divinity Original Sin, but it has a lot more depth into certain things, and it will show you all the dice rolls and so on. So I just played through the tutorial, and I actually used the pre-made characters, but for this I thought we'd better make our own character, which could be more fun. So we need to make 4 characters, so we'll see. Alright, so you can see it is quite similar. I believe it is based on a different world, but other than that it is following D&D basis. So what do I want character wise? So I really like dwarves in general. So what's the difference? Hill dwarves have 1 wisdom and plus 1 hit point on level, which is pretty nice. Dark vision, that's always nice. This one, dexterity, proficiency with crossbows. Constitution and saving throws. I might do a snow dwarf. Do a male snow dwarf. I'm thinking about making basically a basic fighter, which is going to be the dwarf. Then a cleric, potentially. Then like a rogue ranger kind of character, and then I'm either going to do another fighter, but more of like damage based fighter instead of like a defense type fighter, or I mean we'll see. Alright, so let's start with this one. I'm going to do pretty much the fighter. Yeah, so yes, okay, so it's going to be fighter 100%. Yeah, so archetype champion, improved critical, additional fighting style, mountaineer, shield swipe. Supposed to be more shield type and spellblade. So mountaineer is going to be very well. Equipment, chainmail, that's good. A longbow and shield. Let's do something else. Let's do battle axe and shield. Sounds pretty good. Light crossbow, yes. And a dungeon bag. That's really good. Torch. That's projected pass and anti-toxin. That seems better. Okay. Is there any other? Okay, next some background. So yeah, you can like in most D&D campaigns, like you can pretty much think of a lot of the details of each character, which is pretty nice. Okay, so this guy is gonna be, I don't know, I'm thinking quite lawful. Comes maybe not necessarily from a like high class society, but maybe someone kind of like middle class, let's say. So we'll see. So background for deputy. Growing up history and magic, no. Philosopher, he has spent most of the time reading books. No, he spent his life service at the temple. That could be interesting. He was a kind of priest for some type of church. That could be interesting. You're acting intermediary between realm, the holy and the mortal world, performing sacred rites and offering sacrifices. What does this give me? Crafting, commoner clothing, herbalism. seems not bad. Proficient with religion, nature, and insight. Proficient with herbalism. Let's see, Lawkeeper badge, that could be useful. An additional language, that's pretty proficient with martial weapons, sure. Perception and intimidation, yeah, that seems about what I want. Personality flags, tendency to enforce rules, seems logical. Lawfulness and authority, it seems like the most logical, being a lawkeeper type thing. Additional personality, also choose 2. Pragmatism, practicality of the principles, not necessarily. Caution, sure, yeah, he cares about himself, so I'd say a bit more. Just need to put him oneself, friends, family first, the expense of others. You gotta be cautious. And a tendency to follow rules, that seems fine, yeah. Used to be, unless I'm thinking of someone who quit being like a deputy because of this, right? I mean, I deselect lawfulness here, so it would make sense. Well, actually, the pragmatism might be better. Cynicism, tendency to scoff at principles and values. That seems quite nice. So the idea here is it would have been some character, for example, that used to work for like the police to some extent, like for the law, and then something happened. I'm not gonna think of a whole backstory for all the characters, but then something happened, and then ended up kind of realizing that maybe laws were not perfect, and that potentially, you know, another life would like he realized that maybe the way that the law was made, or the way that the system was made, didn't fit him, and it was like, yeah, this is, you know, they have corruption and so on. So he was like, yeah, this is just. So then he become pragmatism, because he always thinks about just practical things, and he doesn't follow values as much, because he's seen a lot of people around him have, you know, all those values, because, you know, they work at like the police to some extent, and they're always like, oh yeah, law is very nice, but then, you know, behind the scenes they're all doing like illegal stuff, as in, you know, be accepting bribes and so on. So he's like very cynicism, because he feels like a lot of people kind of say a lot of shit, but then they don't necessarily follow it themselves, right? That seems pretty good. Okay, so now ability, score, the 6 score attributes. Okay, roles, so I guess. Okay, ability scores can be generated in several ways, either randomly or using point system. I'll use randomly, I think that's more fun. Our characters, ANCESTRY provides bonuses. Okay, so I need strength. I'll fix myself a number. I think I'm only going to allow myself to roll 3 times. So here I can take already, those are pretty good. I mean, let's not take the first ones, because maybe they're biased. So that's 1 time. I guess 15 to Constitution. I mean, I'm going to be basically the tank, so that makes sense. Dexterity, reflex is always nice. So I'll put this one here, this one here. I actually like this. This is pretty good. Pretty good numbers already. So we'll have decent charisma. What's worse? Intelligence, wisdom. Maybe, so intelligent, maybe because that's what allowed him, I guess, to figure out the system and kind of realize how wrong it was to some extent. And wisdom, well, yeah. He doesn't know too much about history and so on. I think that this is pretty good. Some fighter classes allow for sectional fighting style, okay. So, not largely. While you're wearing armor, you gain 1 bonus to accuracy, that's pretty good. Great weapon protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you, that is within 5 feet of you, you can use the reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be, that seems exactly what I need. Very well. Of course, like here the difference between like an actual D&D campaign and like this is that here I will be creating the characters to perfectly work in sync kind of thing. So we'll see again. Proficiency, yes, enough. So I can choose to class skills. As I said, no history. So insight. Handling animals, still some wisdom, isn't it? Handling animals, not bad. Check follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide the group through frozen wasteland, identify signs. Can't select the other ones, I can only select these. I guess history would make sense. Maybe he had to like learn stuff about his past, or like the the city's past, or the kingdom's past, to become part of the law in the first place. So that's pretty good. And insight, check inside whether you can determine the true intentions of a creature. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's an extra language, so I know Common and Dwarvish. Terran, primordial language creature. Ancient language of lost world of humans. That would make kind of sense. Like as a dwarf. A good dialect of the goblins. That would make sense. So I'm kind of thinking of he was like in law in like a dwarvish city. Therefore he had to interact with a certain type of people. And I'm thinking in your typical high fantasy thing, usually dwarves interact with a lot of goblins, so knowing goblin language can be quite useful. So that is gonna be it. And identity, okay, so this is just face is a male. Typical dwarf face. That seems alright. Skin tone, I'll leave it at that. Hair type. That's alright. Look a little bit through. I like this, I like this. Beard, I like this beard, that should be fine. Hair color, that's fine. Eye color, I don't like that one. It's a bit too over the top. I think I got a normal-ish color. Can you have like a more pale? That should be good. Age is old, he's a bit old. Not too old, but a bit.
You can't win! I owe you my life.
Mission accomplished.
You can do it!
Definitely the second he for sure. And additional backstory. I don't know. Let's write a little bit. Used to work for the law. Realized, I don't know if I'm gonna make spelling mistakes. Realized that that it had a lot of hypocrisy. Is that how you write hypocrisy? Is that how you write it? I have no idea. Anyways, I'll leave it like this. Hypocrisy. Is that how you write it? I have to check it now. Alright, so it was, okay. Almost. A lot of hypocrisy. Decided to leave. That's it. Not gonna write anything more. What can I not finish? First name, of course. I got. Can you like give me some other? I guess clan, Black Shield, very Black Shield, Aldrich. Stuff giving you the same ones. Okay, Aldrich, Black Shield, very nice. Alright, so now I'm gonna do the cleric. half elf, or like half human, half elf. Charisma. Oh, I could make. Do they have that? I'm just checking. Oh, they don't have bards. That is so sad. Anyways, because a bard would have been funny. The high elf is more meditation, long swords, short wizard. High elf, also an elf. 1 to intelligence. Yeah, I mean, a bit typical, but it should be fine. So cleric. Let's look at equipment. I guess that's it. Don't really have much choice there. Okay, deity, clerics, and paladins have to choose one Solasta deities. Okay, that should be good. Elements, veteran adventures, peasants, hermits, and all of other. It's not. This is gonna be like a very high class guy. Go to valor and fidelity. The church in is we're gonna have the 3 orders. Death, veteran healers, Elmer's embodiment, duality, tradition. She's Aaron's wife. Okay. We have law and knowledge, veteran judges and lawyers, brutes and scholars. Definitely this one. That's gonna be inside. Okay, this should be good. Law seems heroism, yeah. This guy was, yeah. High class, born in academia, I'd say. Either Raccoon could be cool as well. Nature and insight, yeah, makes sense. Or an aristocrat. Yeah, he used to be an aristocrat that ended up like leaving his family or something. So he lawfulness, and he's a cleric, so altruism would make sense. And authority and kindness. That kind of makes sense. Disability scores. Go reroll once. Okay, so we'll keep this one for intelligence. The wisdom, strength, and constitution. Oh, wisdom it is then. Strength, constitution. And let's reroll once. Ah, okay, that's how it works. Okay, anyways, that should be good. Wisdom, strength, constitution, intelligence, charisma, and dexterity. Okay, that's alright. Okay, so 2 class skills, medicine and religion, 100%. But yeah, I'm definitely going a lot faster this time. Ancestry languages, Terran, right? Yeah, that seems like a little. Yeah, exactly. So he learned like the old kind of stuff. Seems very logical. Background languages. You can choose even more. So I guess this one. Which one older? Language spoken by Orc and their brethren. Old language for the halflings. Like the goblin, giants. Language spoken by most large humanoids and their children. Why not? Seems good. Some classes have the access spells, yes. Some classes ancestry have okay. So one ancestry ancestry. So ancestry is not necessarily going to be healing. Because it comes with very high class. So it would be something that is either super useful, something to kind of control people or something, with powerful light, shine. Many hit points per minute, Freezing is not bad. I'll go for light. Or maybe dancing light? I'll go for dancing light. Seems more of a like a kind of trick that they learned. So cast cantrip. Grant an ally a one-time bonus to saving throws. That is not bad. Guidance grants ally abilities checks for a little bit of time. That's good. Touch enemy player for light. Already have the other ones. No spare dying. Touch a dying ally to stabilize them. That's good. Target up to 3 objects that can be illuminated. Strike an enemy with radiant damage. Strike. So that would be melee. Range 12. So it's not exactly melee. Grants an ally a one-time bonus saving throws. Yeah, I'll take this one because I'm gonna go all in into saving. This one. Female, I guess. Face, I don't know. Let's go through a few. No, that's alright, no, I guess. Hair shape. Some, like, classy hairstyle. For an elf, that seems logical. And I guess she's gonna have blonde hair, like whitish. Yeah, blonde hair. Eye color, very strong, like weird blue. There you go. That's good. Physique, yeah, no. Age, yeah, that's just a little bit older, I guess.
I believe there is a hidden door. A crude trap. Blessed are the Lightbringers.
Be nice if it was older.
What strength!
Should be right. And okay, so I don't know too much. I guess used part of a noble family. 2 L's. It's 1 L here. Best of a noble family. Decided to help elsewhere. Is that correct pronunciation of elsewhere? Not pronunciation. Elsewhere. Yeah, it's with, of course, it's because it's where. Anyways, should be a name. Hey, Mira, Kendra is not bad. Inner Fire, Wild and Red Moon. Kendra Red Moon, why not? It's pretty good. Alright, so now we need a ranger. So for ranger, we'll go halfling, marsh or island halfling, charisma, it's constitution, or we can go to half elf, charisma increase to so you're gonna have this. Okay, so I'll go halfling. So they're gonna be this guy is gonna be like the charisma type guy. It's gonna be a ranger. Favorite enemy. Gain advantage on ability to check towards this creature type. Beast seems logical. Forest as well. Equipment. Leather. short swords, yes. Longbow, yes. Dungeoneer or explorer. Maybe explorer for this one. You know what? Yeah, explorer seems better. Okay. So here's gonna be spell source in the young company of mercenaries. Why not? Why not? That seems like a good thing. Cynicism as well. Tendencies of promote violence, not necessarily kindness and cynicism. This seems good. Pragmatism and a little bit of greed. Let's put a little bit of greed. That seems like a good thing. Alright, so there's a roll. Mostly dexterity, of course, wisdom and constitution. And then we go, is rangers still, I think, oh yeah, we need a lot of charisma. So actually, we're actually going to switch stuff around. And then, oh wait, this here, yeah. And this here. Wisdom. So then, intelligence 10 and strength 7. Actually, no, let's put 7 and seems good. Not very intelligent, but he's a good guy. So you got stealth and nature, perception, no. Nature, intelligence checks, measure, ability, recall. Investigation, no. Handling animals. Why not? Why not? Insight, wisdom check, without whether you can render true intention of the creature. Seems logical as well. So one more language. We'll go for dwarf. So he used to, be like with mercenaries and so on, and there was a lot of dwarves there. Let's say that. And background languages, Orcish, I guess. Identity is gonna be a guy, maybe sex main. Alright, that should be good. Hair. Okay, kind of short but well brushed, I guess. Got a nice clean haircut. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Beard. Something a bit more crazy, I guess, special in this. Well, let's go for this. Hair color. It's gonna be just your typical brown, I guess. Okay, eye color, piercing blue as well. Piercing red blue. Green, that could be pretty good, yeah.
You like that?
Bit older.
Die!
Do you like that?
That was something.
One less problem.
I'll remember.
Seems alright. So name. Andre. Yeah. Tumbo. Dark. Green. Edmund. Yeah, seems like. White Sail. Tops. White Sail. Tops. Ventry. Tops. White Sail it is. And no backstory. And then the last one, guess we'll do a human. And we'll do, so we have a cleric, we have a fighter, we have a ranger, Let's do wizard. Let's do wizard. Equipment, quarterstaff, component dagger, opponent patch orb, spellbook. Yeah, it's gonna be a. I don't have any low life, which is funny. Academia. This 2 additional languages. No, choose 2 additional languages as well. You know what? Why not? Why not? Fair enough. That's why. Because I don't want it to be a thief. I won't have actually a thief. That's gonna be funny. I could be. I mean, philosopher's not bad. Yeah, let's go philosopher. But this one is gonna be altruism and pragmatism. Kindness and lawfulness. They tend, so in the end they're all quite lawful. It's not necessarily something you want. Okay, very interesting dice rolls played again. Okay, it's not bad. Intelligence, constitution, dexterity. I think I want this one higher. Then wisdom, charisma, and strength. Okay, so arcana for sure. And history. And an extra language will go Elvish, I guess. Oh, 2 languages. We'll go 2 that we already have. Simply because I still want at least 1 language that we don't know. Okay, so class cantrips. This is pure damage based. Bows and spray. Pay at an NBKC within range. It's 2 short range. Ray of Frost, yes. Shocking gas, melee. Chance to counter EC as you try and punch. Acid bolt, yes. Okay, class spells. Burning hands. Let's do short range. Identify, I definitely want that. Detect magic. The blinds, charm, expedition, expeditious. Can I fit the hit points from the time? No. Featherfall, that could be very interesting. And I get missiles as well. On their way, with 4 causes damage and crushes creatures, protect away. Could be interesting. 2 degrees. Covenant, these are grease creatures trying to cross it may fall. Number of creatures to sleep for a limited time. Increase your accuracy by 5 just before you would take a hit. Touch an ally to give them protection. Jump, I already have Featherfall. I don't want to be like too overpowered in terms of mobility. So I'll go Burning Hands here. Not bad. So this is gonna be, because I get 2 guys and a girl. Also not the girl then. Origin. Sure, and Asian, why not? Ish, I guess, I don't know. Sure. Hair shape. She used to be a philosopher, right? Okay. Well, it does change a little bit. The type of hair that she would have, I think. That should be alright. Physique, not really. Age. She's why not? Why not make her very old?
Hold it. A trap.
Stay with us.
Nice. Heave ho!
You lose.
It's funny, it just adds like, yeah, it doesn't look like an old person. Anyways, and yeah, no backstory. We'll sell that is, I guess. Hastings, Dormer, Hockey, Berg, Hastings, John, Marlon. Sure, Marlon it is. Okay. So we got her. We got him. Now him. For the first character, the second character is Anton. Anton? No, it's not Anton. Personal, yeah, there you go. So the second is the cleric. Third is the spell sword ranger, and the fourth is the wizard. So, well, I think that was it for this episode. It took me a lot more time than I expected, so sorry for that. I will play in the normal difficulty, I guess. But yeah, so I guess I'll start the episode. I'll start the game in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and well, subscribe if you want to watch the next episode, if you want to follow the series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm gonna tell you a little story about a boy named Joe.